What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Saturday night's main event post show. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, and we got some things we got to talk about because we got not one, but two brand new champions on the show, as well as a major announcement regarding John Cena's final match in WWE. So, believe it or not, this show actually gave us a lot that we got to dive into. First and foremost, we are kicking things off with CM Punk is our brand new world heavyweight champion. It has finally happened, everybody. Here's the thing. Everybody here knows I'm a big CM Punk fan. I was waiting for this moment to happen again. I was hella bummed the last time that CM Punk won and Seth Rollins did the whole fake injury bit. Oh, I was super pissed off, right? But now, no, this is happening. This is legit. He's officially champion. We're going to get a reign. I'm happy because I have been waiting for this. Like, you guys know that when CM Punk came back to the WWE, it was one of the most biggest surprising things in a very, very long time. And I never thought he would even be back in the company. And so I never thought we would see this man hold a WWE championship again in my entire life. Now, I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about the reign. I'm excited about what we're going to get out of it. That's the thing that's got me going. However, I do have to be honest and say two things. Now, granted, injuries happen. This is pro wrestling. It's what happens. This business is not easy. If it was, everybody would do it. But it's not easy and people get injured. And Seth Rollins being injured and not being able to do this match, given how long this Seth Rollins CM Punk story has been, and CM Punk defeating Seth Rollins for the World's Heavyweight Championship would have been, the creme de la creme for their entire story. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see CM Punk defeat Seth Rollins for this match, defeat somebody that he had a legitimate feud with, because that to me kind of took away from this matchup. And as much as I love, like, the last couple of minutes of this match, we did see like Jey Uso go and try to lock in. He hit the GTS. CM Punk hits him with the spear, locks him into the Anaconda Vice. Like, that little section of the match, like the end, definitely was like, okay, like, what's going to happen here, right? You were anticipating, who's going to be the champion? Are we going to see Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed come out? What's going to happen? So, like, that part was fun. But the entire match itself, though, I cannot sit here and lie to you guys and tell you, oh, this match was great by any means. I can't do that to you guys. I cannot sit here and lie. So I'm a little bit sad because I do think that if CM Punk would have had his match that he was supposed to have with Seth Rollins, that would have been so much better. It would have been a bigger moment. I think that's the part where I do kind of feel like the moment didn't feel that big because we've been waiting for it. And so I just didn't think the same energy was there, like the same energy in the matchup, the same energy in the story, the same energy without like the entire show. And that was the one part that kind of had me going like, oh yeah, I'm happy CM Punk won. Cool. But it's not one of those moments where I feel like, yeah, CM Punk won. And I think it has to do with the fact that we didn't get this extraordinary match with somebody that he had legitimately been telling this legitimate story with. And that's the part that kind of like bums me out about it, but I'm glad that it was a clean finish. I know that we were expecting, it was so funny because when we were doing the Raw post show, by the way, I got to go tell off Santi afterwards because when we were doing the Raw post show, I was like, CM Punk's going to win. And that's it. Like, that's what's going to happen. And Santi was telling me, you seem so sure about yourself. Like, you seem so sure that this is going to happen. What if Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed get involved and it's a no contest? So I'm hearing him say that. Then I see more people say that. And I'm like, yo, fuck, maybe this is going to happen. Maybe CM Punk's not going to win the title. Why am I so sure? And so then I started to second guess myself and second guess my instincts. And turns out that my initial instincts were right in the first damn place. So moving forward from this day on, forever and always, I am sticking with my gut instincts because I was thinking this was going to happen and then thought maybe it wasn't going to happen. I let everybody get into my head, I let everybody play with my emotions. I'm never going to do that again. And anyway, so CM Punk is champ. We do got Razor here who sends in a super chat saying, Denise, as a CM Punk fan, he should have had his first win against Cody. Now, unfortunately, he is never main eventing WrestleMania against Cody. Why? So, Razor, this was part of what your super chat kind of inspired my thought process when it came to like the moment. The moment didn't feel that huge, it being here today at Saturday night's main event. But again, I say this, I hate to say this, but beggars can't be choosers. I was kind of the beggar on this end where I was really hoping and praying that CM Punk would have a World Heavyweight Championship run. So because of that, I feel like I can't be, nitpicking when and where it was going to happen, right? Because I just wanted it to happen. And here's the thing, guys. I'm an AEW fan. I've seen CM Punk's AEW Championship reigns, and, shit didn't go the way we thought it was going to go then too. So what I'm saying is we got to appreciate what we got when we got it, all right? We just got to. And so I'm really hoping like this is it. This is the reign we see CM Punk go out there. I want to see CM Punk go out there and fucking have, just matches with people that I either, I never thought he was going to wrestle, or he's going to wrestle for the first time, or maybe revisit some feuds. That's what I want to see. I want to see this fucking championship reign that I've like visualized in my mind already. So anyways, now going back to what you said about Cody Rhodes, I can still see that match happening with him and Cody at WrestleMania. We still got a lot of time, guys, till we get there. We got a lot of time. We still got time, so it can still happen at some point. So I wouldn't be disappointed, Razor. You don't know yet. We don't know yet. Thank you, Razor. We got Mr. Grimley here who says, all right, let's go. Finally, Jade is women's champ. So we got another brand new champion today in Jade Cargill, as Mr. Grimley says. Now, when I was doing my predictions here, this is the one that I got wrong. I showed up on this stream today looking like a fool because your girl, hold up, let me sit up here so you can see. Your girl showed up in a Tiffany Stratton t-shirt. This was by far the worst day ever to decide to wear a Tiffany Stratton shirt. I joked on the watch along, and I'm going to say it again. I take full blame and responsibility for Tiffany Stratton losing this match. I feel like I jinxed her by wearing her shirt on the show. I did not think that they were going to have Jade Cargill defeat Tiffy today. I thought, well, I still think the feud's going to keep going. So that is going to still happen. I still think there's more because going into this, everybody kept pointing out, Tiffany Stratton, she's not 100%. She's kind of got this busted leg. So she's not the full 100% competitor that she normally is, right? But what I didn't expect, though, was for Jade to win the title right here, right now, and especially in the way that she won. The entire time, she was super dominant. She beat the shit out of Tiffany Stratton. That's just the best way to say it. She beat the lights out of Tiffany Stratton, okay? She beat the blonde out of her. She beat the Sabrina Carpenter fan out of her. She beat it all out of her. And I thought, like, for a second, I'm like, maybe there's going to be a moment where, like, Tiffany Stratton, like, gets that spark and she starts fighting back and she wins, right? But no, they did not go that direction. They went the direction of making Jade look hella dominant, win this, like, she looked like a boss out there, okay? She looked like a boss woman handling this champion who has been champion now for, 300 plus days, and she's defeated some of the very best women out there. So I was more so surprised. I was surprised by the entire thing. I was surprised by the match format. I was surprised by how Jade won. All of it. So I'm excited though, because I do like Jade as a heel. I feel like everyone here kind of feels like that feels a little bit more natural for her. We've all known that she's a big star, and we sort of all also been waiting to see Jade and Bianca now feels ever more exciting because Bianca is that person that has been on top of the mountain, and now her former tag team partner is now the top of the mountain in the women's division. So getting to see Bianca and Jade whenever that comes up again is going to be something that people were already going to be looking forward to that, but now even more so. We got code BRB4 here who says Winter of Punk. We're getting it on, baby. It's happening. Thank you so much, code BRB4. We got David Primero here who says CM Punk's Lucky Charms are PLEs that starts with S. SummerSlam and Saturday night's main event. Who will be his first challenger? Also, only one women's match. Well, they only had 4 matches today, David. So this is one where it's like, okay, cool. But, they did get a good amount of time. Let me see how much time. Oh, wait, never mind. They only got 5 minutes. That's right, because Jade dominated the entire match. So yeah, it was a brief match for them. But again, it was a 4-match card. So anyways, but yeah, you're right. He does have good luck on those pay-per-views. Who will be his first challenger? Ooh, that's a great question. Okay, we're still wondering about Gunther, when Gunther's going to come back. I still, at some point, someday, I don't think it's going to happen right now. I don't think it'll probably ever happen. I still want to see that match with him and AJ. However, I think I'm wishing upon a star that's long gone. Jesus, I'm trying to think who else I want to see him with. Bronson Reed could be one of those guys that faces CM Punk. I think that would be kind of fun to see him in there with him. Braun, not yet. It's going to happen, but I don't think that's happening just yet. In fact, Braun may be the one to take the title off CM Punk, but that may happen down the line. So I'm kind of thinking in that direction right now. And I'm trying to think if there's any other obvious names that I'm not thinking about right now. So if there's an obvious one that I'm missing, please send it in. Thank you, David. We got Razor here who says, legitimately, this sucks because I know Punk is going to want to turn heel to work with Cody. Punk versus Cody isn't happening. Why Punk? Why BJ? Rip to Cody versus Punk. WWE title WrestleMania 42, 92. I'm telling you, Razor, you never know. We're 2 ahead of ourselves. We still got November, December, January, February, March, April. We got at least 6 months, man. A lot can happen in that amount of time. So I wouldn't just automatically assume that that's off the table. You never know what's going to happen. Thank you so much, Razor. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says, ladies, blood and guts, Mercedes Monet, Megan Bain, Shafir, Triangle of Madness versus Chris Statlander, Tony, Willow, Hater, and Harley Cameron made it in? Oh, shit. All right, Sheldon, it looks like we got all of the hard-hitting women for blood and guts. Hell yeah. Thank you, Sheldon. We got Uncle Donk here who says, both 3 Run Dinger, 3 OJs. Oh, no. There's still lots of baseball left. No wonder it's been a little quiet in my neighborhood. I haven't really heard people cheering. So that makes some sense now. We got God Sigs here who says, I'm Shelby Punk. Who one, how do you say your last name, BTW? My last name is pronounced Salcedo. That's like the English pronunciation of it, Salcedo. But if you want to say it in Spanish, it's Salcedo. So I usually pronounce it the English way just because it's easier for people. People always mess up my last name. Actually, it's kind of like a thing now. A lot of people don't know how to say my last name, but it's pronounced the way I pronounce it is Salcedo. And again, the Spanish version is Salcedo. Thank you so much for sending in the super chat to ask that, by the way. We got Sheldon Jackson. Oh, Sheldon, did your super chat send twice? I think your super chat might have sent twice. I'm so sorry, bro. AJ Trippier says, Denise, if Punk faced Seth, he would have lost. He wasn't going to beat Seth. I think he would have beat Seth. I think regardless, he was going to win tonight. I think it would have happened. And it would have been so much better if he did defeat Seth. I do think it was going to happen. Thank you, AJ. All right, let's go through some more. Let me make sure I'm all caught up here. Oh, we got Doc Rollins, excuse me, who says, I have heard that Tiffany's injury is legit. I have heard that Tiffany's injury is legit. Have you heard that? I'm not entirely sure on that, Doc Rollins. I don't know if that's what they're just going with for storyline purposes or if she legitimately is. I do not know entirely whether or not that is true. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better answer. We got thank you for the super chat. We got Knight Rider 82 who says Robert Englund gets the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Hey, yo, thank you for letting me know this. We got Infamous Radio Loco here who says, again, love Tiffany, but no way Jade loses a third time and so many reasons to run it back like you wanted. So I'm happy for Jade. Let's effing go next Friday. Great points being made there, Frank. Like, I still want to continue to see this. I want to continue to see both of their personalities feud with each other on the show. We also got God 6 here says, how do you say your last name in Punk with and go Jays? So I think I'm so sorry that you probably thought I didn't get to your super chat, but Just to reiterate, it's Salcedo and yay, Punk W. Thank you. We got Uncle Donk here says, WWE needs Jade to wrestle like Goldberg in WCW. She looks good in short matches, long matches, not so good. Yeah, she looked good today, and that was a very brief match. Thank you, Uncle Donk. Good point made there, too. We got Steven Martrulli, and that was also the AEW format. Like, that's how she kind of did things when she was TBS champion, like just those very quick matches. We got Steven Martrulli here who says, with CM Punk on top programs with the bronze, before a WrestleMania match with Cody or Roman is money. Dude, I know a lot of people want to see Cody and CM Punk in a WrestleMania match. I wanted to actually be Roman Reigns and CM Punk. You guys know that I've been wanting that for a long time. I wanted that this WrestleMania. I actually didn't want it to be a triple threat. So I've still been waiting for that Roman Reigns CM Punk match one-on-one. I really think that one's money. I think that one's, to me, in my book, I think Roman versus Punk is bigger than Cody versus Punk. Even though more people are talking about Cody versus Punk, I'm still sold on the idea of Roman and Punk one-on-one. I kind of feel like they could have gone that direction this year, but obviously they went a different direction. Thank you, Steven. But I think there's far more leg in there for that story. Thank you, Steven. Alrighty, now I'm officially all caught up with that. So we talked Cody and Drew, we talked Jade and Tiffany. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We haven't talked to Cody and Drew. My bad. Let's get to Cody and Drew. This was the second longest match of the night. And this is another one that kind of had some people going like, okay, well, based off of what we saw off of Friday Night SmackDown with Drew basically putting Cody through the table, raising up that championship belt, we pretty much knew, okay, we kind of know how this works, right? That was a red flag for anybody who probably thought that Drew McIntyre was going to win. But you can kind of lie to yourself like I did too. And just tell myself, well, they did add this stipulation that if Cody gets counted out or DQ'd, he would screw himself out of the championship, right? So that did end up playing a huge portion in this, but you can come out of this arguing the fact that Drew may have been screwed here. In fact, I think he was screwed, and I think Drew is going to use this, and this is going to continue, add a whole new layer to the story where Drew has been kind of calling out Cody Rhodes for being this like politician representing corporate America. He's even stealing his the American dream name because he's like, I'm the real American dream. Not only getting under Cody Rhodes' skin because of his dad, but also the fact that he's kind of making some good points. He did come, from another country, came into the United States, made a name for himself, made a career for himself. You know what? Good for Drew McIntyre. He fucking did it. He did kind of live that American dream. Anyways, so I do like that. But Drew has been saying a lot of things that kind of make a little sense. We've seen Cody Rhodes kind of get a little Cody has been acting, so every now and then he throws in little things or he does little things that make you think to yourself, dude, is this guy a heel now? Is he turning? What's happening? Are we seeing a little bit more edge here, or is this guy just like going in the dark side, right? I think he might be going the dark side because he ended up hitting the crossroads on Drew on the championship belt. Even though Drew brought it in, he used it. He went for it. He didn't give a shit. He was like, I'm not going to win this properly. I'm going to use it. And he did. The referee didn't see it though. And so that's kind of how Drew got screwed because the referee didn't see it. And that was a big part of the whole entire stipulation was he didn't want Cody to win that way, right? Or if he did do like a DQ or count it out, then the title would be his, right? Whereas like normally DQs, title stays on the champion. So it backfired. Backfired on Drew McIntyre, and we also saw Cody Rhodes, a different side of him. And every week, man, something else happens. Something else happens that makes you think, is Cody going to the dark side? I know a lot of people have been wanting to see a darker side of Cody Rhodes. It's happening, I think. I think we're in the motions of it. I think before there was times where I thought it was too premature, like it wasn't happening just yet. But now I do feel like in motion for Cody Rhodes to actually turn heel. I don't know. We'll see. I always feel nervous saying that because Cody is so popular. Like little kids love him. And he sells so much merch and he's the guy and all of that. So it's so weird saying that, but I do think that there's a big amount of fans that want to see that happen. That feud should continue. We got Corey MacArthur is here with us. What's up, Corey? He says, yo, Denise and DWO crew. Now 3 former AEW top stars hold WWE gold. Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill, and CM Punk. And you forgot another one, Corey. Ricky Saints. Oh, and Ethan Page. Oh, and Blake Monroe. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Shit. Wait, as I kept going, I was like, wait, there's another one. Wait, there's another one. Wait, there's another one. All right, Corey, I didn't even think about that until right now. Am I missing anybody? Did I forget anybody else? Penta's not a champion yet. Phoenix not a champion yet. No, I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Thank you, Corey. So funny. All right, let me see. We also got the last match we need to get into is, we still got to talk about John Cena, so I'll hold that off this match. Let's first talk about this match, then we'll get into John Cena. Dominic Mysterio defeated Penta and Rusev. Good match. I actually thought this was one of my favorite matches of the night. Dominic retains. Good action, though, throughout the entire thing. Of course, Dominic did kind of like, use his little tricks, use his little shenanigans to get his W. But overall, I thought they did a fine job. I thought for a second we were going to see a title change, but didn't end up happening there. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I'm so stupid. _ Stephanie Vaquer, too. Oh, my God. Yes. Stephanie also competed in AEW as well. Dude, Jesus Christ. That is funny. Yeah, I forgot about Stephanie, too. Dude, did I forget about anybody else? That's crazy. Okay, anyways, let's get into John Cena because we got some big John Cena stuff that went down today. So they didn't promote that we were going to get a hint of who his opponent was going to be until today. Like when the show started, I was like, oh shit, that's happening today? I didn't know that was happening today. And John Cena does this video where he's talking about how he wants someone to step up to the opportunity, similar to like what he did when he stepped up to Kurt Angle. And I get so emotional every time I think about Kurt Angle. Damn. Anyways, so he's talking about all of this, kind of reiterating the same things he has said already that we've heard. And then the video ended and I'm like, wait, where was the hint? Where's the hint? And so then they go to commentary and commentary's like, well, here's the hint. And I'm like, okay, good. There's more. At first I thought, because they only shared one video first and then they went to commentary and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Where's the announcement? But then they went to the actual announcement. And the actual announcement is that there's going to be a 16-man tournament that's going to start this Monday on Raw that is taking place in Boston. So they're going to do a 16-man tournament. It's going to include Raw superstars, SmackDown superstars, NXT, and outside promotions. Now, before you get ahead of yourself, I believe by outside of promotions, they meant like TNA. I think that's going to be Joe Hendry, maybe even AAA. Who knows? We'll throw that in there. Although technically, I don't think they count as an outside promotion anymore if WWE owns them. Whatever. We're getting too into the weeds. It's only 16 guys, so the spots are still pretty limited. 16 guys, it sounds like a lot. It really isn't once you get down to like the nitty gritty. So whoever wins that tournament is going to go on to face John Cena. I love this because I love the fact that we're getting a tournament that means something, where a lot of guys have been shooting their shot, right? So many guys have been wanting to see John Cena. They've been wanting to wrestle John Cena in his farewell tour, and a lot of them haven't gotten that opportunity. Joe Hendry, Carmelo Hayes, those are just two names of people that have shot their shot, put it out there because they wanted to face John Cena, but it just hasn't happened for them. Now, if you're pretty much any wrestler in WWE, you should be wanting to be that guy who faces John Cena in his last match. So the fact that we're getting a tournament not only makes it feel much more like prestigious because you're like, dude, I really want to get it. I really want to be that guy. Oh my God, let me have the opportunity. This is the last chance. Not only are you getting that, but also for us, for the sake of the fans, I'm loving this because it's going to give us something to talk about on the freaking show, guys. I've been feeling like the last couple of weeks, and we've talked about this, there's been some rough shows where like nothing has happened. A few weeks ago, we had an episode of SmackDown where I had a whole post-show planned and everything. However, SmackDown was so like nothing really happened that I didn't even do a post-show. I'm like, what the fuck is there to talk about? So we kind of were, having these couple of weeks that were a little bit rough where there really wasn't anything to talk about. And I was starting to like panic because I'm like, yo, this is what I cover and I don't got nothing to talk about. Like, we only got like, on the WWE side, we got Survivor Series and John Cena's last match. That's two shows. What's going to happen in between those? Like, we got to get things heated. We got to get things going. Got to get the ball rolling. And so having this tournament now gives us something to look forward to on these shows to make it a little bit better, get us talking, get us wondering who's going to come out. We're so excited to see who's going to be in this tournament. We're so excited to see who's going to advance, what matches are going to come out of it. So now this adds so much more intrigue into the weekly television. So I like this tournament idea for that specific reason, on top of, again, adding the everybody wants their hands on John Cena factor. So I think this is something that is a good thing as well. I'm really glad they made that announcement. I was like, all right, let's go. I like this. And it makes it feel you're going to have more respect too for the person that wins, because it's like, shit, they went through this whole entire tournament to make this happen. So hell yeah. Alrighty, guys, there you have it. That, my friends, was Saturday night's main event. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, whether you hung out with me on the watch along or you hung out with me here on the post show. I appreciate you guys so very much, as always. Before I go, if you're already here, if you enjoyed what you saw today, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm so close to 235,000 subscribers. I've been trying to get there. It's been so hard. I'm at 234,288 at the moment, so I still got a little bit of ways to go. But if you haven't subscribed, please do. And then also, you can check out my additional YouTube channel. I now have a second YouTube channel that has just surpassed 7,000 subscribers. That's called Denise's Pieces. The link is in the description box below, where you can also check out that channel. Lots of wrestling clips that go up there. Alrighty, guys, that's it for me here today. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, everyone.